Okay, well, thank you very much for your patience today, folks. Welcome, 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 weary travelers. Welcome to the Come and Go Tavern. My name is Sheila Ornthalis, and I'll be your hostess this afternoon. Today's kitchen special is fried chicken and tater tots, and it looks like Alexia is currently available for a full-service package, if you know what I mean. But if you see anything or anyone else on the menu that you're interested in, just let me know, and we'll see what we can do. Today will be my 69th, nice, Final Fantasy XIV stream. Oh, and actually I just realized I still have the room decorations up. Let me just, boop, there we go. Probably have to do that over on the game screen too. But that's fine. We have to take down our holiday decorations at the end of the year, and it is what it is, you know? They'll be back at some point soon, I'm sure. At the very least 6 months from now for my birthday, you know? But in any case, yeah, we're back to Final Fantasy XIV. Last time we started the Post-Dawntrail storyline, and we're about to head for the Ueawata field station, but we discovered that my item level was too low. This then led me to the realization that for the first time, I'm in the end game. I have to start doing like the special tombstones and stuff to get those so that I can have actual current gear. It had completely escaped my mind that that's how like current content works, because I've never been current in Final Fantasy XIV. But anyway, I spent the last week off stream grinding for special tombstones to make sure it wouldn't be delayed again. So let's find out how successful I actually was, shall we? As always, I will also be available for comments, questions, and concerns about the tavern, as well as regular old conversations, so don't be afraid to fill that chat with discussion. All right, let's head over to the game screen and see what we can see. So I've gone ahead and decided not to glam this for the time being, because we went to that special club, didn't we? The only thing that's glammed right now is my sword, because the Mog foil is the superior blade, you know? Let's see. Nope, not you. We're gonna bring you. Yeah, I hope your staff's ever ready, Raha. There we go. Now we can actually get into this dungeon. Hooray! Also, Happy New Year, everybody. Oh, and I did just notice that my poly lights over here. Yep, there they go. Oh, that was a nasty looking critter. It's electric. Do 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 do. No, I'm not gonna do that. Oh, no, getting smacked by basic enemies. That would be embarrassing. Oh, I had to deal with some massive jerks in the regular run for the current tombstones, though. Long story short, people were being upsetty spaghetti about the fact that I was actually healing as a red mage. It's like, yeah, bud, I don't want to die, and I don't want the people around me to die. People are like, trust your healers. I'm like, I have been a healer off stream. That was my main like thing for a very long time, and yeah, no, I fucking love it when red mages are able to like off heal for me. It's great. You're not losing that much DPS, my guys. And like, if missing one attack by a red mage in the middle of a trial is enough to throw off the entire fucking run, the run already wasn't going well. But that's just my opinion, I suppose. It is amusing to me that everywhere has bats. Just everywhere has bats, you know? They are one of the basic critters. I'm not gonna make it. Oh, beans. Oh well. Well, no thanks. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Yes. Nice. Well, that's a cool little high-level doobly-doo. I don't know what that, like, little clownish critter was. Off of our, paint mage over there. Pictomancer, that's the word for it. That's one of the classes that I haven't explored too terribly much yet. Uh-oh. Ah, beans. I'm not gonna make this. Oh well. Well, I can at least finish out the combo. Oh, wait a minute. And I can do this to sort of salvage where I was at. Oh, I see. Oh, I hate that. Ow. Oh, that's neat. Now. Get back here so I can stab you, you jerk. Nice. And we get some treasure. Hopefully we can use it. It's a vending treasure, so nope. Alright, we still got a facility here then. That is a great question, Gulool Ja. What kind of research did they do here? I wonder if this is going to be like a cloning situation. And Gulool Ja is actually like... I mean, it's still Kid, but it's a clone. While His Majesty Zeralja is not the first to conceive of transferring a beast soul into a person's body, safety and ethical concerns have ensured no earnest attempts have been made to date. Yet Arcane believes that there is no greater evil than to hinder the potential of man, and so he has ordered us to make this conception a reality. He would bolster our military might and break through into the outside world. If our research will further this ambition, then perhaps it is worth pursuing. Ooh. So you want us to go that way. Is there anything back here? Nope, just a wall. Okay. Oh, excuse me? I see. Rude. Let's move to the one that's in the center to make sure we're actually hitting all of them. Oh, we got more research notes. Ugh. Our bodies are fragile vessels. Although the infusion of another person's soul confers strength and vitality, the soul of a beast yields mixed results. Even when stripped of memories, a feral soul can induce psychological instability in the subject. I suspect this is because primal instincts remain. And while a certain amount of bestial ferocity is expected, and I dare say welcomed, too many such souls can lead to physical mutations. For now, our objective shall be to... Hello, Andrew VT. How are you doing today? For now, our objective shall be to to determine the threshold between or beyond which your body is at risk of an uncontrolled mutation. Neat. I am currently running the first dungeon in Post-Dawntrail's patch MSQ. Oh, yep, nope, should have seen that coming. There could never just be bodies on the ground in this kind of game. Doing good, drinking relaxed what's left of the year. Fair enough, fair enough. I know a few people who were surprised to get full 4-day weekends this week. One of whom only discovered that after trying to go to work and discovering the place was still locked up. Always check your email first, folks. Honestly, me and mine will kind of be happy when the various New Year's celebrations properly wrap up, because we are the entertainers, you know? And entertainment doesn't stop. In fact, we're busiest of all this time of year. Oh, you work for yourself, so you're good. Oh, well, you know, you just ask your boss for more days off then. What's your boss gonna say? No? But no, I also understand the self-employed hustle of, you gotta take time off to make sure that you can stay sane and safe, but also, you gotta do work at some point. Hate that zombie shit. Okay, yeah, we still got... usually take days off on very hot days, because being a lumberjack with 40 Celsius in the shadow outside... Oh yeah, no! No, 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 no. That is far too hot for heavy outdoors work. I have lived in places where it got up to those temperatures basically for entire seasons of the year, and said places also just made it illegal to require employees or employers to provide their employees with like water and shade, which just kind of shows you where they're at, politically speaking. Yeah, no, there's a reason I don't live there anymore. The rate of transfiguration may be dictated by the potency of the soul consumed. We've experimented with fiends of great power, but mutations are observed after the infusion of merely a single soul. No better was this phenomenon illustrated than with poor Atticus. His body was altered irreparably, and he lost all capacity for rational thought. While the primary objective of this research was to utilize the soul of a Torol Vitral, I struggle to see a path forward. An alternative approach must be considered. Nope. I mean, we see someone in the distance, but yep. Aha, there you go. Knew that wasn't going to be the only one. You said to your rookies, if you want to work with this temperature, you guys might as well quit right here. Yeah, no, honestly, you're just doing more harm to yourself than good. Like, I understand the inclination to want to make money. I get that, I do, because you feel like if you are in certain portions of the world, that if you're not making money, you are losing money, essentially, because capitalism sucks. But at the same time, you're gonna lose a lot more money if you're dead. You know what I mean? That's something that I've tried to get across to a lot of people in my life. Just you have to, like, work as much as you can if that's how you want to do, but you have to survive. And quite frankly, survival isn't just, you know, being fed. You also have to be happy. You also have to just, you know, live a good life. Because if you're not living a good life, then what's the point? Just checking side rooms for any possible treasure, which would be really grim, but yeah. If the source of our failures thus far has been the inability of our bodies to contain feral souls, what if we were to reverse the process, by purging a beast of its memories and infusing it with a man's soul? One still possessed of its own memories, we stand to gain absolute control over a vessel of great power. My subordinate, who first proposed this brilliant hypothesis, shall have the honor of being the first to transcend our meager limits. We must prepare his soul for extraction at once. Don't like that. Don't like that as well. I'm getting 0 equipment that I can actually use here. Yeah, no, I have a bad feeling about this tool, Gulool Ja. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, that's an interesting attack. Oh, ooh, okay, no. No, thank you. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Hate this. Hate this deeply. Oh, I will have to read that in just a second. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy! Okay, well, I'm dying here. That's fine. Cool. I love that mechanic. That's such a cool mechanic. Usually the sun makes the brain denaturalize the protein in our neurons. If that doesn't sound scary, I will have to fire them. Value your life more than paying some money. Exactly. Like, it's one of those things that, like, I get that people want to, like, some people legitimately have the mindset of, like, they're only worthwhile when they're working. And I understand that quite frankly, in my opinion, that's a very unhealthy mindset, because people have value outside of the work that they do. But some people just really enjoy their work, and I can't blame them for that. That is certainly, like, why would you be doing something you didn't enjoy? But as you say, like, if you're not willing to watch out for your own health, then quite frankly, you're probably honestly a dangerous person to have on a job site. I have dealt with enough people who did not have their own best interest in mind because they got blinded by, you know, that need to keep doing things, that need to keep doing stuff, or the fear of not having enough. And yeah, that's a hard fear to overcome. Oh, I got lucky. Oh, nope, I didn't get lucky. Okay, I legitimately do not... Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Alright, and it's gone. Good. Whew, that was awful. But yeah, not to break kayfabe too much, but yeah, no, I have definitely been a job site supervisor that was in charge of making sure that people were actually working to their best of their abilities and not just coming in and doing the job that they thought we wanted us to do. Oh shit, whoa. Okay, right, I forgot they started including that particular wolf buff. And yeah, because you're the one that gets in trouble if they screw up. You can buy another axe, but not another leg, hand, or life. Mm-hmm. Yeah, something I always used to tell people was that medical science can heal a great deal of things, but if you lose your eyes, there's not much I can do for you, and you're not going to be working in this job anymore. We had a lot of people who were still very resistant to wearing, like, eye protection, though. So, like, that was just... and I don't get it. Like, it's such a silly thing. Like, what? They're literally there to just protect your vision. And as somebody who has lost their vision for various illness reasons at various points in my life, like, come on, like, trust me, you don't want to be without it. Like, thankfully, I still have most of my vision. But there have been a couple of scary moments. Well, that guy was a cool fight, but very annoying with NPCs. Same with audition stuff. Mm-hmm. The number of people that I have had to tell in my theatrical career, hey, if you can't afford to live on the job that you're trying to take, it doesn't matter how prestigious the theater is or anything like that. You have got to only take jobs that you can afford to live off of. You lose it because an external infection we've already healed. Whoa. Oh, as in like audio stuff. Okay. Yeah, no. We don't play that game. We do not play that game. Oh, there actually are still enemies here. Okay, will I get there fast enough? We're gonna find out. Yes, I did. Yeah, goodness gracious. I could not imagine suffering the kind of hearing loss that I know some people in my industry have. Like, both on stage and off stage. It's so wild. People just don't protect their hearing. Like, I know so many dancers who are just basically deaf in their 40s because they just spend all this time directly in front of monitors and things like that, and other, like, large speakers, because they feel the need to get the beat in their chest, but they've never wear hearing protection. It's horrible. You couldn't walk outside because you couldn't hear cars that almost got run over. Oh yeah. Oh, well, you learned that lesson the hard way. To say it, but yeah. Once you've learned that lesson, you sure do learn that lesson permanently. And like, from my perspective, that always just felt strange that, like, carpenters, why would you not want to be able to hear what's going on with your tools properly? Because, like, okay, again, you know, peeling back the kayfabe a little bit, but like, when I was working at a carpentry workshop, like, I was always the first person to notice when something was about to go wrong with any of our tools, because I could audibly hear a difference in how the tool was performing almost immediately. And so I'd be able to identify what was wrong and, like, okay, there's a bearing that's about to go, or you know, things like, okay, that blade isn't cutting as efficiently as it once was. We absolutely have to switch that blade out, or someone's going to get really badly hurt. And it's not a miracle, it's just because I protect my fucking hearing. Where? I actually don't know how, speaking of hearing things, I don't know how audible the game audio is. I had to turn it down a couple of streams ago because I was getting overpowered by a game's audio. You save 15 people and all your working life from the lathe. Ooh, yeah, the lathe will eat you. Absolutely, the lathe will eat you. Yeah, one of the scariest things is a high torque drill press, because people don't realize how much power is actually in the damn thing. And again, routers aren't that much better. If only, you know, because, you know, when you're holding a router in your hand, you can at least feel how powerful it is. If you survive by miracle or curse, it will be it will be in best case without an arm. Exactly. Like, I remember when saw stops first came on the market, and people were complaining about them because, like, oh, well, what if it goes off by accident? Well, okay, if it went off by accident, that's a few minutes of inconvenience. If it goes off on, like, for the reason you wanted to go off of, you just saved a hand, my dude. Oh, hello?
Mom, can you help me get a snack off the high shelf?
I mean, I can, sweetie, but aren't you taller than me at this point?
Yeah, but you have that grabby spell that I don't.
All right, no, that's a good point. Oh, that's an evil-looking bunny rabbit. Okay, all right, I'll be with you in just a second, dear. Okay, Luni Piatti. Oh, wow. Okay, okay. Well, we will be back to deal with that in about 5 minutes. Yeah. I'm gonna move up to here, and yeah, we're gonna go do a commercial break. Stand up, stretch, refresh your drink, all that good stuff, and we'll be back to deal with an evil, gigantic rabbit. That's a weird one. Whew, okay, well, I think we've still got some of those peanut M&Ms. Let's see what else. We do have some of those little cakes. But those are kind of cold. They're still well packaged, so they should be good though. folks, we are back. Let's see if we can take care of this Banui. Although I suppose, like, some people would argue that that's a hare, not a rabbit. Alright, well. Oh, You know, that was a rather large tell that I just missed there. Ow. Ow. Ow! Well, okay then. Worst part about playing a caster is sometimes getting nailed to the ground at just the wrong moment. Let's try that again. That's not what I meant to use there, but it's fine. Okay, we can pull back the camera a little bit further. Ah, okay. Alright, neat. Well, that was cool. Ow, 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 ow. Why though? That's a massive rabbit hole. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! Well, that happened. That happened. Well, we learn a little bit more about this every time we do it. It's the best we can do. And at least I'm doing this with NPCs, not with regular people. So, not dragging the party down. Oh, shit, shit, shit. Eh. Woo. I legitimately do not know how you're exactly supposed to tell where the safe zone is going to be. Jump the gun on that one a little bit. Ow. Nope, that was stupid of me. That one was stupid of me. I should have been able to see where that was going. Oh, it is catching up to me. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm getting absolutely carried by the NPCs right now. Bleh. Gross. Yuck. Ugh. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ah, okay, well, there we go. It's fine, this is fine, it's fine. We're all fine here. How are you? Oh, for... Okay, am I dead? Yay, I'm dead, because I was trying to do the cool attack. Thanks. Love that. I love being rewarded for doing the thing that you're supposed to do. I know, that was a bad mistake, honestly, on my part. I shouldn't have done the big attack, I should have just followed the pattern. Knew he was gonna do that. Yeah, the smart move would have been to move inside and then... or move outside and then move back to inside. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a safe zone. Oh, the game is definitely getting nicer to me. Well, there's the warning. Get the fuck out. Hello, hit people guy. Yeah, well, are there cute goblins here? Gasp. Where? Thank you, though. Okay, which direction are we going? We're going this way! Nope, that's a hole. That's a hole in the ground. I don't want to be in the hole in the ground. But yeah, no, I am struggling with this fight. Not because it's particularly hard, it's just because I'm bad. Like, it's a cool gimmick. I like this gimmick. It's a really neat gimmick. However... Yep, nope, I'm just gonna hang out over here. And I'm gonna be safe. And then which way are we exploding? We're exploding that direction. Okay, okay. Well, that was rude. And now I'm gonna run to the other side of the ring because I know how this works. You would normally announce your arrival with a hydrate, but this fight is a little unforgiving, so you're just gonna say hi. Hello, and I will gladly hydrate after I complete this fight, because as you say, it has been unforgiving. Oh god, there's an edge. Listen, edging can be fun, but not right now. Fucking crack bunny. Exactly. That's a whole ass hair is what that is. Oof. Yay! I got some tomestones of mathematics and mnemonics. Yay! Will I get a piece of equipment that I can actually use out of the treasure coffer? No. Why would I? Why would I get that? I do feel bad for the guy whose soul was shoved in there, though.
Of my brother felling this beast, he only imprisoned it, like Vali Armanda.
From what I could tell, they sought to transfer people's souls and memories into bestial vessels at that facility. The Tural Vidral explains the need for a remote location. It was doubtless their prime subject. Though I expect Gulool Ja did not foresee the opportunities it presented when he imprisoned the creature.
Raise the volume of the game capture a little bit.
So,
Whoop.
this
Sorry.
would allow one to wield the power of a Tural Vidral. In theory, our initial experiments will involve lesser creatures. But in time, I am confident we will be able to bring even the mightiest under our control.
And what becomes of those who offer their souls?
As they won't be able to return to their original forms, we must consider them lost. But the sacrifice will be worthwhile, for the army you stand to gain will far surpass any composed of mechanical soldiers.
Very well. Recruit volunteers and begin at once.
I don't like how he said volunteers.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I shall return to the observatory and see to the necessary preparations.
So, you've given him permission?
Ja, you will assist Kaniloka. As one of the Land's Guard's finest chirurgeons, your knowledge may be of use in his experiments. You will also watch him closely. In what you learn, you will report to me. You object to his project? Or are you incapable of performing this duty?
No, Your Majesty. Whether we shelter within the dome or expand beyond it, we require great power. But with no one to rely upon, we must take that power for ourselves, even if the means are questionable. I will do as you command. But if Kaniloka's work bears fruit, I wish to beg a boon.
What do you desire?
Something that I had accepted I would never have in Tuliyollal. That I believed would forever be beyond me. That it was foolish to covet. But here and now, it is close.
Oh my.
So very, very close.
Perform your duty to my satisfaction, and anything you desire is yours. That which I seek does not lie within this dome. Here, I cannot prove the miracle. But if what you seek is at hand, then you may claim it, for it has no value to me.
Oh my. Well, this is a toxic-ass love affair. I love it. Poof goes the
Are
bunny.
you alright?
Yeah, I just saw a vision of, Gulool Ja's mom and dad, shall we say.
Ja. Could she be my mother?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. At least in some way,
Like
shape, or
the
form.
people in the outskirts said, few Mamulja lived in the Yasulani. I can't imagine many other Upiko women were trapped in the dome. That being the case, she could well be the one.
Yep.
This observatory Kanaloka returned to, could it not be part of the research facility? We might learn something about Ja there.
That's where we're going next then.
Mm-hmm. I wish I could see into the past like you. Then I could see people who are gone. Because there aren't any other Mamulja women here, for a long time I couldn't even imagine what my mother looked like. But when I visited Tulihiola and saw some, I was finally able to picture her in my mind. And one day, I hope I can see what she actually looked like as well. Hopefully that happens in a positive way, little one. Okay, cool. Now that the danger is behind us, it started sinking in just how unsettling this place is. Hard to believe it used to be a village. Oh, there we go. While we've discerned the purpose of the research conducted here, the traces of it that remain might afford us greater insight into what came of it. Let us take a look around for information as well as a way into the upper level. We're doing the same thing we did last expansion where there's a part of the dungeon that becomes explorable for story reasons. That's actually a really good use of assets, honestly. A lift can be seen beyond the behind the wrought iron gate. As sturdy as it appears, the gate will likely resist attempts to force it open. Security panel is nearby. Perhaps a verification key will open the way. Alright, well. Oh, they're gonna go search the cells. Ooh. Delightful. Journal lies next to the body. I was transferred to Uinuara Station in order to train the villagers in the elusive electrope technology. While a child can quickly learn to operate common contraptions, it will be no easy thing for them to attain the requisite skill to develop new weapons, ones that require no less than the manipulation of souls. Thankfully, two of my pupils have demonstrated great aptitude in the field. Kaniloka, the village chief, and Tishal Ja, the field chirurgeon. And further driven by their loyalty to our king, their growth has been remarkable. I dare to hope that before long, they'll be able to carry out their duties without further instruction, and I will be relieved of my duty. And nothing that resembles a verification key. Perhaps you should search elsewhere. Okay. Oof. I've seen enough awful things in my life that you'd think this wouldn't really get to me. But weirdly, having the, like, detachment layer of it being a video game on the other side of the screen makes it worse for me somehow. They're recruiting volunteers for a new experiment. I know I'm not as bright as the others, but they wouldn't laugh at me if I was stronger than them. This might be my chance. Oof. Soul transferred a few days ago. I can write. I can write good, yes? I am good, very good. Oh, you got a dog soul, didn't you, buddy? Oh, getting hard to control strength. Today bit hand off the feeder. Can't help it, so strong. Hungry. Always hungry. Cannot control. Eat. I must eat. Am eater. Must eat. Supplies for the staff are neatly arranged within the cabinet. Among the various items is a manual outlining regulations and tranquilizing gas to be used in emergencies. You dig deeper and find a verification key. Perhaps it can be used to open the iron gate. Let's find out. Well, I hope that I muted there. Okay, yeah. Boop. That was a powerful ass sneeze. You found the key? Great, I'll call the others. Oh. It seems the key can be used to operate the lift as well. Up we go. The random bottles around here are also interesting. People were just drinking whatever they could to survive, I suppose. This space, meanwhile, is a lot cleaner. Almost more disturbing. So, this is the observatory. I didn't expect it to be similar, but this is a far cry from the temple that held Valigarmanda. All the machinery appears to still be in operation. I expect there are auxiliary systems in place to ensure the monitoring can continue even in emergencies. The warnings indicate various anomalies related to the seal's failure, most likely. Though for a blessing, we managed to fell the beast before it could cause harm. Right then, let's see if we can find some clues about Gulool Ja's mother. I think I can use this terminal. Shale taught me how. Can you reach all the buttons, buddy? There's so much data. I don't know what we should look at. Perhaps we can narrow down the search by inputting the name Gulool Ja? Ah, it brought up a lot of results. They all seem to say the same thing. Gulool Ja, Administrator of Experimental Treatments Research Logs. That sounds good, doesn't it? Just, chances are the data is encrypted, and even if not, it will take considerable time to go through it all. Then let us take it with us back to the back room and have Shale analyze it. Agreed. There's gonna be some horny-ass notes in there, y'all. You really don't want the kid reading that. Alright, I'll transfer it to this storage device I brought. Yay! Someone remembered a USB stick. There, it's finished. Thank you all so much for bringing me all the way here, everyone. If you're happy, then so am I. Besides, I was able to learn more about my brother as well. It was a fruitful adventure for the both of us. Yay. Good kiddo. Wheezy Tony over here. Hello? And here we are. The authorities will doubtless wish to be informed about the facility and its contents, but first things first, let us deliver the data to Shale. Still can't believe I didn't get a single fucking piece of equipment I can use. Like, oh well, it's fine, I guess. For now, as long as the eye level doesn't go any too terribly much higher, you know? I don't know. I'm going to continue with, you know, raising my eye level as much as I can off stream, but it is surely a grind. And that is not necessarily the most fun thing to do, you know? Yep, heading to the back room. Welcome back. Gulool Ja has already given me the storage device. There looks to be a wealth of data, all of which is encrypted, so I'll need time to process everything. In that case, Alice and I might take ourselves around the city and check on the people. Their mood has us a bit worried. I don't know if there's anything we can do to help, but we'll see. Understood. I'll let you know as soon as I finish my work. Thank you. We'll see you again. Soon. Even. So... Alice isn't wrong. The mood out there is still grim. Some of the Turali remember a time before they were dependent on the Sol system. But even they're unsettled and wondering aloud if they'll have the chance to reunite with old friends and family before they pass on. With good reason, too. The journey home won't be an easy one for those who've grown old. That's why it's mostly been younger folk who've been leaving for Tural, or ones with no elders to care for. Word of that problem has reached us in Tuli Hyolol. My brother is doing all that he can to see that Shaktural Railroad is restored to operation, so that people may come and go more freely. Unfortunately, the tracks only go as far as Vanguard, so some traveling by foot will still be necessary. For now, at least. Even so, the railroad would make things a lot easier. How long before it's back in service? I couldn't say. When I left for this visit, Koana seemed reluctant to make promises. But while Shale's working on the data, we could go and see the state of it for ourselves. That's fair. To Shaloni Station, then. I'll make sure to keep Koana informed. To Shaloni Station. Thankfully, that's just a teleportation away. Thankfully, I've gotten flight unlocked everywhere except for, I think, living memory. I don't have that one yet. Mostly because there's a bunch of side quests that I have to do. vow of resolve. And Lenore Thalas to boot. Well, what can I do for you? We're hoping for some good news about the railroad. There's an increasing number of people looking to return to Tural that can't make the journey on foot. I see. As it happens, the Vow of Reason is also on his way here to take stock of the situation. Oh, and there he is now. Scratch the on his way. Hey, Koana. Oh! You got some new drip, huh? No, I don't want to rub that in. Looking good, Aaronville. As the guild ship has officially approved my transition from gleaner to independent contractor, I was in need of a more befitting attire. You're here about the railroad too? It was in part for my sake that the original Dawn Blazer was sacrificed, so I felt it only right that I assist in its replacement. Oh, and we've been DDoS'd. Of course we have. Well, let's see if we can log back in. Yep, I know I wasn't properly logged out. We'll go ahead and leave the queue for a couple moments and then come back. Let me check where we are in the MSQ. Okay, so we're almost done with the first patch. And then we've got a bunch of missions in the second patch before the next time we might be blocked out by eye levels. The oh, okay. No, we'll be good. We'll be good. I think I'm at like 716, 715, somewhere around there. And the next dungeon is eye level 705. So, yeah, we'll be fine for a while. Oh, hello?
Have you seen any random rodents recently?
No. Why? Were you messing with the mice again?
No.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, I'll be there to help you in just a moment. Try and get a count of how many are still around. We'll figure out how many are missing. Alright, well, I mean, we'd already kind of lost a little bit of steam anyway, so I suppose I'll go ahead and take this time to go on a commercial break. We'll be back in 5 minutes, and hopefully we don't get DDoS'd again in that time period. But we'll find out! Alright, so stand up, stretch, do all that good stuff. We'll be back in 5. Alright, so how many are you missing, bud? Well, that's not too bad. We can find those. Alright, let's redo that cutscene, shall we? Yep, we've seen this part. Valve Resolve shows up. We compliment Aaronville on the new drip. Yep, you hear about the railroad too. Yep, talking about that. Speaking of which, I assume Lamati has explained the growing urgency of the need. What have you to report? The new locomotive was on track for completion. We're having difficulty pulling her into the station, in a manner of speaking. You see, when we used the Dawn Blazer to get into the dome, urgency outweighed all other considerations. But now we're back to our original problem. How to run the railroad without upsetting the inhabitants of Mewa Hitson. That is Dronik. Though the Hetsaro that follow them are none too pleased about the Hetso being spooked by the noise of the locomotive either. The solution I've devised to quieten the railroad should address that complaint. But a silent train presents a different danger. The Ronik will need to be deterred from wandering across the tracks. And I suppose we can't just blow the whistle at them or they'll panic and be put off their grazing again. Weren't the rail routes plotted to avoid the Ronik's preferred grazing areas, though? It's odd that they're getting so close in the first place. I love the fact that, like, okay, it's an offhanded comment, but it's an easy way to explain that, no, we were paying attention to environmentalism. The Ronik's grazing patterns have shifted since the tracks were laid. I'm not certain why, but I intend to ask the people of Mewatson for their insight. As a major proponent of the railroad, I have a duty to assist in this matter. I too would hear what the Hetsaro have to say about it. They are the ones most affected, after all. I believe it would be best to begin by consulting their leader, Huato. The rest of you can accompany us to the Hetsaro encampment if you like. Pretty sure I just heard kids playing outside. Does anybody else who plays Final Fantasy XIV feel the need to, like, step outdoors before teleporting? Like, I don't know, it just feels weird and maybe impolite to do it inside. Valve Resolve, Valve Reason. I bid you welcome to our camp, but what brings you all the way to Mewatson? I think I'm dropping a syllable there. I thank you for seeing us. Our visit concerns the matter of the Shaktural Railroad. Explain, 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 explain. Explain, explain, explain. You too have noticed the Ronik's unexpected change in behavior then. Yeah, okay. My son, Shepeto, has been looking into this matter. Shepeto? Well, I've created this wooden child, and no, normally we'd expect the Ronik to keep to their favorite grounds nearby for a while yet, and despite a thorough search, we haven't found anything wrong with the quantity or quality of the grazing in Pyaryoanan and Yautonane. Yet they refuse to keep to where they usually would, instead pushing westward towards your railroad. I certainly see no cause for this unseasonal migration. Nevertheless, should they continue to move west, we will follow. As is your right, as any true Hetsaro would, I suppose. As you may have surmised, I am Hetsaro descendant. I'm of Hetsaro descent. My parents traveled with the Ronik as well, though I myself have no memory of the experience. I was left behind as a babe, you see. during such a migration. One of many sacrifices necessitated by a nomadic lifestyle, I'm forced to assume. Chance and kind encounter with a kind Pelu merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me his trade that I might fend for myself. I became a stall keeper in Tuli Holol's markets, and that's where the Dawn Servant found and adopted me. I'd already been in the palace some time when Lamati came to join us. Like me, she'd been cast aside by her parents. I knew the pain of solitude, and wanted to spare her that suffering. As this tiny child's new brother, I swore I would always be there for her. Except we know that's not exactly what happened with Lamati. Truly? I've never heard of the Ronique choosing a path so arduous as to force such a terrible decision. Nor of any Hetsaro willingly leaving their own flesh and blood behind. There must have been some exceptional circumstance. I cannot say. The idea of following in their footsteps that I might better make excuses for their actions never much appealed to me. Even if it might help you better understand the Ronique's current behavior? As is so often the case, you are correct. Though my discomfort with the Hetsaro may arise from fear of reopening old wounds rather than blind fervor for innovation, it would nevertheless see me repeat past mistakes. And to refuse to learn one of our country's treasured traditions would make me a poor Dawn servant indeed. Please, teach me of the Ronique and what they mean to you. I promise to listen with an open mind. We would be delighted. In the meantime, your companions are welcome to look around. Will you learn of Hetsaro culture with me? I should like to approach this with the fervent curiosity that you and my sister share, but it would be useful to know whether I am, doing it correctly. Yeah, of course. Then it's settled. You'll learn more of the Ronique, and we'll have a look around the plains, and perhaps in the process we'll find the answers we seek. Oh, look at... Okay, on the back of Aaronville's backpack, there's a little charm in the shape of the kind of robot body that his mom was using for a while. The quickest way to learn about our way of life is to do so, or to do as we do. We're not above manual labor. I'm not the most experienced, I'm ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth every effort. That's all we ask. Take these tools. Now, introduce yourself to anyone who looks busy and ask if you can help. They'll be happy to teach you what to do in exchange for another pair of hands to do it. Let us meet back here to share what we've learned. Fair enough. Oh, actually, hang on. Let's go deal with the one that's way out in the field first. I guess they're not that far away, but still. Oh. As you stroke the Ronique's coat, you know that many portions are shaggy and tangled. This one's fur is a bit overgrown, but a good brushing should thin it out. Would you like to give it a try? You'll need the right tool for the job, mind you. A comb of the type you're used to would just get lost in the tangle like as not. Okay, well, let's use this fur brush then. How about this? Geppetto sent a Ronique brush with you, did he? I like him. Now, just run it through one little patch at a time, gently. Okay, if anybody has ever brushed horses, oh my goodness. So fun. And I know that, like, this is a fantasy bison, but I've never brushed a bison. I have brushed a horse. You dutifully brush the Ronique until your arms grow weary from the prolonged battle with its coat. It appears much tidier now, but the same cannot be said for your clothes, which have acquired a new coat of their own. Yeah. Well done! With less excess fur, our friend here will be more comfortable in the afternoon heat, and less susceptible to illness. A combed coat also makes it easier for us to identify injuries should such a need arise. Yep. Honestly, this is good lessons for kids to be learning about. You know, like if you're a city kid who's never been out in the wilderness or anything like that, that would be a good thing to learn. Or at least an interesting one. Oh. I'm afraid I've finished with my tasks for the time being. But since you're so eager to learn about our way of life, why don't I tell you a bit about our migration customs? If you're here, you likely already know that the Ronik are Hetso, our guides, that we travel with through the turning of the seasons. We trust them to lead us to fertile lands with all we need to survive. But you may not know that sometimes the herd splits into two, bound for different paths. On those occasions, we Hitsaro must also part with half our number. You may think it a strange and stressful custom, but over the years it has seen us visit new lands and broaden our horizons as a people. This, too, is the wisdom of the Hetso. Oh, neat. The orcs do some similar things here in Vania. Although for them, each tribe is mostly just part of a greater system that rotates jobs and kind of moves all around their kind of shared land, so that, you know, someone's always planting, someone's always harvesting, someone's always, fishing, all that sort of stuff, so that supplies are retained for everyone at all times, essentially. This won't do. The wind will go right through it. And me without my needle and sinew. Well, I have a mending kit. Oh, these are precisely what I needed. I should be able to patch up the covering now. Given how often we pack up and reassemble our tents, they're bound to get the occasional tear. Fortunately, the Ronik hide they're made of is durable enough that we generally needn't worry. Good to know. I think the roughest I've ever roughed it for an extended period was at least in covered wagons. You're learning about the Hetsara way of life, are you? I may have a thing or two to share, but rather than talking your ear off, let me test your powers of deduction. I find answers much easier to recall if I arrived at them myself. Our Hetzel provide us with something we use in medicines, poultices, and soap to drive away pests and to sustain our fires. What is it? Probably fat? Oh no. Yeah. It's the being used in medicine part that I hope it's not dung. Bones? Hooves? Both bones and hooves have cores of bone. Or horns and hooves. But we use all of these materials, albeit primarily in tent poles, instruments, and the like. It's not quite the answer I was looking for. But for medicine, poultices, soap, drive away pests and other evils, sustain fires, and flavor food. Meat and organ meat? Alas, not quite. Meat and organs both can be made into delicious fare, and our neighbors are oft glad to trade for them. They do not have certain medicinal uses as well. Although they do have certain medicinal uses, but they aren't fit for all purposes you mentioned in my question. How... Please tell me you don't use dung to flavor your food. Sounds like there's a story there, but that is indeed the correct answer. We've discovered a myriad uses of Ronik chips over time, each a boon to our way of life. Where there is a need, our Hetso provides a way. Why would you use that to flavor food? That's so bad. Please don't use that to flavor food. And medicine, why poultices? Ugh. Gross. Like the fire, I get that one. Like it does help fire burn longer, but ugh. You smell of the grass and the wind, which is a good thing, I promise. You could nearly be mistaken for one of us, if a bit on the short side. I have to wonder how Koana is getting on. I assumed he would be reluctant to get his hands dirty, but it seems his wish to understand us was sincere. Yeah, of course it was. And reluctant as he may be, he pushes through it. Ah, there he is now. Ah, he made a friend! Oh, look at that smile he had. Apologies for my tardiness. I was tasked with grazing the Ronique and ended up rather far afield. I found myself wandering hither and thither at my companion's inclination. Horses back to the trail seemed inappropriate. How was your own work? Have you anything to share? Oh, plenty. The Ronique are treasured members of this community, as important as family. Indeed. The Ronique provide for the Hetsaro, and in turn the Hetsaro are good to the Ronique, just as family should be. It's not the only way, though at times I lack the experience to know otherwise. My inability to conceive of how a decision might be right does not mean that it is wrong. My parents had a duty to the Ronique, as they did to me, and so I wonder if them leaving me behind was not so selfish an act as I once believed. I have no way to know, of course. And regardless, this has no bearing on our present concerns. Oh, hello, Coleman. How are you doing today? We're here in service of the people of Tural, after all. Oh, it is morning time for you, isn't it? Nevertheless, I thank you for helping me find deeper meaning in what we've done today. I will endeavor to remain curious, especially where the Hets are concerned. I'm glad to hear that, Koana. You're welcome among our herd anytime. Doing good. Party was a tad too hearty, and you're home around 3 a.m. Whoop! Oops. I can't remember. That knight you've been working on for a while, are you magnetizing it, or are you going to pick a specific weapons loadout and stick with that visually? Because, like, the painting has been coming along absolutely beautifully. Oh, an MTG Phyrexia set booster box now. Whoa. Koana, how did it go? He made a friend. I believe I finally understand the significance of the Hetso. They nourish the Hetsaro as they grow, and provide warmth and companionship in a harsh and unpredictable world. They are the equal of any man, nor not beasts to be tamed. Moreover, Ronique are sensitive. Though we may treat their injuries or brush their coats to keep them hale, they must ever be free to follow their instincts and seek lands where they might thrive. The Hetsaro would never cage them, and neither should we. To control their migratory patterns or capture those who wander too close to the tracks is out of the question. Then it is particularly important to advance our original line of inquiry. Fortunately, we were able to visit the Ronique's once favored grazing grounds. As we were told, the grass looks fine, but the place is too quiet. It's not just the Ronique. Even the birds and field mice have fled. We did encounter one pack of Ceratoraptors, but they look to be passing through in a hurry. Typically, that sort of behavior in the fauna would be associated with natural disasters. earthquakes, landslides, and the like. Though the Hetsara would have surely been put two and two together were the cause geological. I measured the area's ether to be certain. There is indeed nothing to suggest recent environmental disruption, but I did notice one anomaly. A strong etheric signature to the east, moving across the plain, albeit slowly. Large animal, perhaps? Oh, it could be a Tural Vidral. And a powerful one, like as not. A predator, given the local fauna's behavior. One of the raptors we saw looked like it had a bite taken out of its tail by something with very large fangs. Couldn't be. Turuhetso? Turuhetso? Roni Creever, in the common tongue. Our people have several names for such creatures. Fangs that steal Hetso in the night is another evocative one. Roni can fend off many predators with their horns, but not the Turuhetso. Their scales are tough as adamant, and neither horn nor arrow can pierce them. A well-toothed carnivore is with an unusually tough hide. I cannot recall any such fauna in this region. They usually roam the wilds in the northeast, and most herds keep well clear of them. Can't tell you why this one is so far from home, and its pack both. In any case, I believe the source of the Ronik's consternation is clear, as is our next move. We must drive this reaver away, that they might return to their grazing lands in peace. Yep, sounds like a job for me. Never fear. We'll make certain that the beast threatens you no more. But okay, thank you, thank you. It's fully magnetized, only lacking one extra elbow for every weapon out of the box. Hey, fair enough. And I'm sure you can find those online through various sources. The Roni Griever is a clear threat to the local population. Oh, and also, thank you very much for the lurk, Meatstick. Hope you're enjoying your day. We cannot allow it to roam unchecked. But it won't do for us to go running off in search of it without having made proper preparations. And if others returning from across the plain have spotted it, they may be able to inform us of its recent behavior and where it might be found. Oh, okay, it's going to be one of those progress battles. Yeah, you get the files already, but could also use, probably use some PLA tubes and spot a putty to mold an extra. You know, honestly, entirely possible. Use tactical armor plate to hide the imperfections. I recently got some minis for, specifically some Blood Bowl minis from Grebo Games. And they're mostly perfect. But there are definitely a couple of spots where the print did not come out completely correct. And so I had to green stuff. Like a tail into place, for instance.
Oduruhetsu is coming this way!
But yeah, I wanted to fill out my Chaos Dwarves Blood Bowl team.
It has beasts across the plains in a panic, and our Ronek are practically paralyzed with fear. We must get them to safety.
We can assist by helping to calm the creatures. Once they're less agitated, it should be possible to hurt them.
Yeah, it was literally cheaper.
Oh. We'll deal with the Ronek Reaver.
It was literally cheaper to, with the tariff, get 2 centaurs, a minotaur.
Please, be careful out there.
Let's see, I got 2 cheerleaders, a hedgehog ball, and I want to say one of the little chameleon guys because I thought he was cute. for cheaper than just one Centaur, and the Minotaur would have been from GW.
Must protect the Ronek.
Knight Army got a boost as you're given a defective knight kit for free. Ooh, nice. Love that. Oh. Kit bash time, or maybe Centaur like time. Ooh, nice.
They're terrified. We must do what we can to soothe them.
Oh, baby. Big babies. I think I've still got one or two of the Knight model kits that I haven't built for Titanicus. Partly because, like, the people I was playing Titanicus with don't really talk to me all that much anymore. I don't know, they just kind of fell off the face of the earth. But I loved running Warhounds and Knights. Just, I don't know, it felt like fun. Oh. Yeah. And I know Titanicus mostly got folded into whatever the new update, like, what is it? Something Imperialis? You have an Iconoclast coming to proxy a knight, same height. Ooh, nice. Ooh, grasshopper fish. Do not like that. Big bison just standing there enjoying the view. No, they're terrified. They're scared little babies. Well, big babies, but... Look at them shaking. Oh, poor babies. Oh. That's an alpha gator. Nice. Shall attempt to eat. Wish you good luck in the new year. Thank you very much. Have a happy new year yourself. Oh, they are in fact actual size.
For the fodder at least. But where's...
Yeah, good question. Oh Oh, big boy. Oh, that's a big boy.
Look there! We've got a big one coming!
What?
Impenetrable scales and wicked fangs.
Yep.
That's a Rona Griever, and no mistake.
Oh, poor baby.
There! That one there! Not so fast!
Oof. Oh. You know it's a hard hit when a main character's glasses get broken.
Even should it cost me my life. I will save the Hetso!
Might not be able to pierce the scales, but you can definitely bludgeon it to death.
Koana! Are you alright?
Do not concern yourself with me. Get the Ronek to safety!
There. You've nothing to fear.
Right! Let's finish the job!
I made a vow to our people. You shall plague them no longer!
Alright, let's find the big boy. Oh, it's thinking about it awful hard.
You'll find the vow of reason is not without resolve.
That was a good line. Well, we're doing our best, but yeah, no, that is a powerful hide.
Keep it busy. I need time.
Go for the leg! Now we just have to keep it pinned. You're thinking, Koana.
Goodness gracious, this thing has a lot of HP.
Protective current of ether. Whence does it flow?
Ow.
One well-placed
Whoa.
piercing round to the chest and...
Eek, rifle.
You're done for!
I was wondering when that would show up. Oh, I need to level Machinist. I think I've got it at like level 70 or 80 right now.
That's stem the flow of protective ether.
Nothing's stopping us now. Still not tracking down, huh? Fine with me.
Here we go. Oh. Now this has been a fun gimmick fight. Very simple, but fun. Ow. 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 Nice. Oh, hello?
Mom, can you help me get a snack off the high shelf?
Again? Again, though, aren't you taller than me, sweetie?
Yeah, but you have that grabby spell that I don't.
Okay, you just want to see me do magic again, don't you?
We did it.
Alright, I'll be there in just a second.
That's so. Are they?
The Ronek have all made it to Mehua Hetsuan. Hunters are scouring the area for any remaining threats. But the local fauna appear to have calmed down.
We cannot thank you enough for your timely aid. You, most of all, Bow of Reason. We feared you would be loath to take direct action, yet you didn't hesitate to put your life on the line for our Hetzo.
I did no more than is a Dawn servant's duty.
Yeah, huh. Trying to look cool.
The ethereal conductivity of those scales is astounding. I dare say we could repurpose them to create a device that emits controlled pulses of ether.
Ether resembling that of the predator the Ronek fear most.
Mm-hmm.
It might work. If we struck the right balance, we would have the means to deter the Ronek from approaching the railroad without causing them undue distress.
Incredible! Koana, you've done it again.
I must say, I was hoping I'd never have to see one of these again. Still haven't forgotten the last one. And it's been more than 20 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I had come as a trader to the camp in Lozeniheta. A camp that was obliterated in an instant by that monster.
Lozeniheta. That's where the Pelu trader found me as a babe. Please, can you tell me what you saw?
As I said, I had traveled there to trade with our fellow Hetzaro. Like us, they followed the Ronek. And like us, they were visited by a reaver. The fiend struck like a whirlwind in the night. It was chaos. I grabbed some token belongings and bolted in a panic, thinking only of getting as far away as possible. But even in my panicked state, I could not help but notice the young couple racing the other way, toward the fell creature. Well distracted, I heard one cry. Save our son! Save the Hetzo! After that, nothing but the pounding of my heart and feet and Ronek thunder. I ran and ran. And as the sun broke the horizon, I found myself separated from both man and beast. Windborne words say that a group of survivors reunited with their remaining Ronek and have long since moved on. But still more were never seen again, including the brave couple. Or so the story goes.
And what became of their child?
I'm
you
afraid
know that.
I don't know. But if he wasn't with the survivors, even if he lived through that night, the wilderness wouldn't have been kind to a little one out on his lonesome.
Maybe not. But perhaps a passing Pelu would. And one day, even a Dawn servant himself.
Mm-hmm.
All these years, I was convinced that my parents had left me behind to follow after the Ronek. But now I see, they didn't abandon me. They were trying to keep me safe.
Mm-hmm.
I've wasted so much time resenting them, when in truth, they gave me everything I have today. It is thanks to them that I live to know the warmth of family, even after they were gone. And now that I am done, servant, all of Gulool Ja is my family. A family I will always protect, as my parents protected me.
Great lesson to take from that, Koana. Okay, well, it's snack time again, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'll run a commercial while we're away, and we'll be back in 5. Stand up, stretch, do all that good stuff, and we'll be back soon. Alright, so I know that I now want some peanut M&Ms. Do you want some? Alrighty. Have to take care of some paperwork while I was away, but thank you for your patience. To know that the Hetsaro are safe is more than enough. Yet, would it be wrong to hope that in protecting them we also avenged my parents? It's the least I owe to them after all this time. Lynn, I thank you for standing by me, as Dawn's servant and as the oft imperfect man beneath that mantle. Now, let us return our attentions to the matter we came here to address, shall we? There we are. We've removed the root cause of the Ronik straying from their favorite grazing and obtained the tools to devise an additional precautionary measure, a silent whistle, as it were. This whistle must be capable of emitting pulses of ether strong enough that they will shy away from the tracks on instinct, yet not so strong as to drive them into a panic. If we can achieve this, it will be a far sight better than a traditional whistle. More effective and less stressful for the creatures themselves. Let us return to Shaloni Station. Begin work on it then. Alika and his crew will doubtless be relieved to finally have a solution. It's a really ingenious method. Like, compared to the sort of ham-fisted solutions I've seen elsewhere, that's actually really cool. Oh right, I have light here. I can just do this. But yeah, no, some of the solutions I've seen around here are essentially just kind of building tunnels for trains to go through, or putting them on raised tracks, which, you know, when I say building tunnels, I mean like actually physically making a new tunnel that then has a hill that goes over it to allow wildlife to go like over, essentially. But I've seen some good stuff with raised tracks as well. You look pleased about something. Good news for the railroad, I take it. Yep, we may have a solution on actually keeping them away. So the Ronik were avoiding a predator. Smart ones they are, and Valkona's not too bad himself. What with this whistle idea? Sit tight, we'll have this train on the tracks before you know it. Yeah, I suppose I will sit tight.
She looks as good as new.
If I had time to do a proper job, could have really made her shine. Had to cobble together the exterior with spare parts. We refurbished the interior, though. Not that you can appreciate it from out here. But as far as the Ronek are concerned, we've spared no effort. From the ballast to the ties, we've adjusted every bit of the track so she'll run quiet as a field mouse.
Nice.
You and your crew have worked wonders. Our nation is in your debt.
Come now. If anything, credit's due to Tuliyola. It's thanks to the folk you recruited from every corner of the continent that we were able to get her up and running so quickly. Besides, the ethereal
working together works the best.
And we wouldn't have that without the scales you brought us. However grateful you are, know that we're even more thankful.
Right. If we're done talking, let's put this train through her paces.
Hopefully with less shooting this time. Yep. Quiet as a field mouse. Silent. Stealthy. It's always so weird to see an engine going without the actual train behind it. Oh. Oh, buddy.
There's a Ronak up ahead.
Now, to test our whistle.
On it. Just point it in the general direction and...
Hey, get... What? Nice.
It's moving away. Meanwhile, our friends over there appear wholly unperturbed.
Nice. That's a success as far as I'm concerned.
With this, we can alert those who wander too close without disturbing the rest of the herd.
Mm-hmm.
a roaring success! In a quiet way, like. Then with your permission, Vow of Reason, the Shaktaral Railroad is back in service.
Unimus. For a while there, we were real worried that we'd never get the railroad running again. But now that the test drive was such a success, we can breathe easy and start hauling people to and from the dome. First Shaloni, and then the continent. Watch out, Shaktaral. Well, here we come. Share the sentiment. We've got a mountain of work ahead of us to ensure smooth operations. Time to get back to it. The efforts of all here today have not gone unnoticed. Once more, I thank you. As for our own work, I trust you can handle matters in Alexandria, Lamati. Nice. Yep, here's the end of the first patch's quests. Well, it's possible that Shale's made some headway by now. And regardless, we should spread word that the railroad's been restored to service. Shale? What do you have her working on? Some records we found. Gulool Ja's mother, huh? I feel the same in his shoes. Have felt the same. Some questions are painful to leave unanswered. There's no cause to look at me like that. The Kaftsiwa that we met may have only been a simulacrum, but her memory was real. Yeah, I needn't search for what she left behind because she left it with me. I will always carry it. Speaking of things you're carrying, is that a teeny tiny Katsuya? What? No. It is merely a token from Alexandria. Our friends in Oblivion would not take no for an answer, and I thought it was as good a souvenir as any. Whatever you say, what it's worth, I think it's a nice way to bring her with you on your travels. I'm reminded of G-Witch. Yes, well, you're off to the dome now, aren't you? I thought I might join you for a time. See if there's aught I can do for the people there. Much changed though it is, I still consider it my home. Of course, we can give you the full story on the way. Oh, which reminds me, I need to get together with a friend and get him all the way through G-Witch too. Oh, it's such a good series. 0083 was my favorite Gundam up until The Witch from Mercury happened, and it very quickly got overtaken. Like, don't get me wrong, there's still very much to be said for those designs from 0083, but ooh, the story of G-Witch just hits so hard. G-Quax is pretty good too, but it was a much more limited series, you know? And a very interesting look at how the world might have gone in a different situation. So this is everything that we just got done doing. What do y'all think? A simple yet elegant solution. And thus is the railroad back in operation. Meanwhile, Shayla has nearly finished processing the data. She'll be able to share her findings with us imminently. I'm interrupting something, I gather? Y'shtola, you'll be really proud of us that we were able to solve something using etheric magic, even without your expertise. Why, Y'shtola, what brings you here? I've seen enough of the gate and the living sky deep Snote for now, so I'm shifting my investigation to living memory. While there, I thought I would do well to have the company of expert on Electrope. I'd like to take a closer look at the place myself. I can join you once we're finished here. Lest you fear I've forgotten, once I've made headway with living memory, the key in your keeping shall be the next subject of my scrutiny. Kinda figured that would be the case.
There was a mountain of data to sift through, much of it tantalizing, I admit.
Ooh la la, I'm sure it was.
But it will take time to fully decrypt everything that piques my interest, so to answer our immediate question, I've been concentrating my efforts on the audio saved by Taishul Ja herself. While I've not listened to it yet, I have a selection ready for playback. Would you like to hear it now?
Yes, please.
All right. Several audio files will now play in sequence.
I feel like that was meant to be a little pop-up, not a spoken line.
My name is Taishul Ja, and I decided to record this to help me put my thoughts in order, I suppose. Mother? Officially I am, was, a chirurgeon with the Lance Guard. I was part of a contingent dispatched to Ysulani to hunt a Tural Vidral that was wreaking havoc. After our mission was complete, I elected to remain. It was the perfect opportunity to document the geographic distribution of medicinal herbs in this region.
Yeah, fair.
Or so I said when requesting special dispensation. In truth, I could not bear to return to Turyolal. spoke to 8 Commander Gulool Ja in the right of succession, but he did not so much as look my way. I was never in contention, of course, one of the nameless many in his army. To go back and face that reality was too much for me, so I ran. And in my cowardice, I stumbled upon this path. A path that changed my life. When the dome appeared, I found myself trapped within and reunited with my commander. How am I to speak of Commander Gulool Ja? I admired him. His incontestable strength, his unwavering focus. He was a man of great passions. I watched him, captivated by his intensity. From afar, I would not dare approach. And in watching, I came to know him. His eyes too sought the distance, but not as mine did. He yearned not for another, but something else, beyond the horizon. That gaze would never fall upon me. I knew. The experiment will soon proceed to its next phase, and when it does, as he promised, I will have my heart's desire.
Yeah, she will.
Today. It should have been today. A new beginning. What I have dreamed of for so long. I hold a future in my arms. If he could see him, embrace him, surely that would be enough. So full of hope I was. A foolish hope.
Its scales are blue.
He's your son.
No, I can't. I don't know how. How could I? How? To raise a child, be a father. I don't. I can't. No! Get it away from me. Get that thing away from me!
It's all right, little one. Papa was just surprised. That's all. He'll come around. We'll be a happy family. Kaniloka's shouting for me. The research hasn't been going well. But I can't let him take it out on my baby. Hush now, little one. I know just where to hide you.
That's all of them.
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
We know some manner of accident happened at the facility after this was recorded. Perhaps your mother couldn't come back for you.
Hey, Gulool Ja.
I'm fine, Lamarchi. Father and mother, they were both so lonely. If we could have been together, maybe they wouldn't have been. But sometimes things don't work out, no matter how hard you try. I can't tell if I'm happier now. But it's better to know, I think. Thank you, everyone.
What a painful lesson to learn as a child. I guess he'll never be alone. And I hope he'll never be lonely. It's better to know. A profound response for one so young. Though I wish he didn't have to be. Gulool Ja is indeed wise beyond his years. Yet one never outgrows the need for dependable companions. He's fortunate that he has you. Thank you, Shale. Because of you, I get to hear my mother's whole story. You heard it because you were brave enough to listen, Gulool Ja. You remember one thing. Remember that. Now then, having shared what I can at present, I'm ready to head to living memory with you when you are. I'm planning to be thorough, so we will need to stop for supplies on the way. That said, I promise we won't remain over long. I know we all have much and more to attend to. For now, farewell. A word before you leave. Our network's already spreading word of the railroad. We expected peoples would be clamoring to get on the first train back, yet the reaction's been the polar opposite. Scant few seem inclined to depart Alexandria anytime soon. What? When we spoke before, you said many from Tuliyola were eager to reunite with friends and family. Maybe they're concerned about getting through Vanguard? If so, we could take turns accompanying them. In any case, we need to speak with the people ourselves. Let's start with Lay Node 9. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't need to... We can just go outside and use the teleporter here and not get charged money for it. I was not paying attention which direction I was going. Oh well. There may still be people gathering in Praxis Park. Let's try there first.
people look uneasy. Did something happen?
Have you heard? Someone was killed in the Thunder Yards.
The Thunder Yards was one of the hunters slain by a beast.
It was a hunter, all right. And a veteran at that. But it was no fiend that did him in. Only a random bolt of lightning.
Oof.
Such a senseless way to die. They say that he expended his last soul cells during Zoraljar's attack on the city.
For an upright, hard-working man to meet such an unceremonious end, it feels wrong.
But we'll be fine, won't we? Even if the system no longer erases our memory of the departed, the regulators continue to function. I shan't go before my time. Growing old and passing peacefully with the help of the ushers is only natural.
Well, you may think so, but how are we to know? We have no memory of those who have gone. More may have met violent deaths than passed from old age, and we would be blissfully unaware. It could happen to you, or me, to any of us.
That's a hard lesson they're gonna have to learn.
Then what are we to do? Spend every waking moment thinking only of how we might die?
With time, I had hoped that they'd be able to adjust to their new situation. But it's only gotten worse.
Look! It's Queen Sphene!
That's what I'm saying.
Help, Queen Sphene! The grown-ups are really upset, and I don't know what to do!
I see that you are as kind-hearted as ever, Nico. Never fear. I'm here to set things aright.
I don't understand. Sphene is gone. Forever.
Sus.
You there, Gusson. You were the Queen's aide, weren't you? What's the meaning of this?
Begging your pardon, Vow of Resolve. But Her Majesty Queen Sphene is paying visit to her people, as is her wont.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Sphene is dead. You officiated the funeral yourself. We all placed flowers to mourn her passing.
A funeral? For Her Majesty? What a curious jest. You know full well that ceremony was to commemorate those lives lost during the attack of Alexandria. Her Majesty walks among her people that she might support them in this most trying of times. Surely that is not cause for consternation.
Hey, Lamati, we might want to back off a bit.
Your Majesty, won't you free us from these terrible memories of the departed? This is no way to live. Not for us, nor our children.
I wish that I could. Truly I do. But with living memory shut down, even I cannot restore the system that once afforded us that comfort. You needn't fret, however. I have prepared an alternate solution. All of us shall be made endless.
No? No?
I have created a new system that allows you to transplant your memories directly into an ethereal vessel. One not reliant upon soul cells. This way, you need never again fear death. You may live as you please, and for as long as you like. Our stores of ether are, at present, not sufficient to provide this boon to everyone. But some of you received neo-regulators for the funeral ceremony, did you not? And there are still more we have yet to distribute. 5,000 in all.
Oh, no.
One day soon, those with neo-regulators will be called to join the Endless, and thence be free of suffering forevermore.
But only 5,000 of us?
You Victral! The real Sphene would never be content to save only some of her people. Who are you?
I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
No, you're not.
Let's return to the back room. I need to calm down, and then we'll talk.
Mm-hmm. So we know that the crown regulator was a real thing. That was revealed in kind of the end of the main MSQ. So somebody may have essentially harvested the memories out of that to create this facsimile of Sphene. Oh, hello?
Have you seen any random rodents recently?
Again? What did I tell you about messing around with the mice? Did you do it again? Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah, uh-huh. I thought you might have started that again. It's okay. It's okay. I'm irritated about this, but you have to learn to take care of them at some point better than this. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, well, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. I'm gonna go and make sure that we actually have all the mice where they're supposed to be. It's probably the small ones that got out and don't know their way back again. That's fine. That's fine. So I'm gonna run a commercial while we're away, and I will see you in about 5 minutes, and that'll probably be our last segment for the day. But we'll figure that out when we get there. Alright, so did you just lose track of the little ones again? Because the bigger mice know where they're fed, so they don't tend to run very far. Yay, more paperwork. Hey, that's what comes with running a business. We only caught the proclamation from a distance, but I can tell you that the message about neo-regulators was received with utmost clarity. It couldn't have been Sphene. She should have been destroyed with the Meso terminal shut down. Not a single Alexandrian to bear witness. Presented with an identical figure claiming to be their beloved queen, it's no surprise that they would choose to believe she's alive. I don't think they're choosing to believe that. The regulators are altering them. What is troubling, however, is their denial that the funeral was held in her honor. It's as if their memories have been erased. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, bud. Given that the members of Oblivion remain unaffected, that was likely the work of the regulators, but by whose design? Someone smart enough to play it being the Queen of Reason, in that guise, even if it were some suspect deception, or even if some suspects deception, most of Alexandria will be on her side. We need to find out who she really is. While I agree wholeheartedly, we should avoid drawing more attention than we already have. We must be patient until Oblivion's network turns up a lead, or until our self-proclaimed queen makes her next move. We should also probably get Oblivion working on a backup location, considering she seemed to know exactly where this one was. At least in life, and assumably that memory has been carried over. Meanwhile, in living memory,
Where am I? My people, are they safe?
Yep, there is a Sphene here.
Why am I?
Yep. See, I knew that the people weren't completely erased. It's not what happens when you shut down a computer. It just shuts down. Then, your timing could not have been better. If you have a moment, we have some things we'd like to share. Excellent. We'll just wait for Lamati. She should arrive shortly. Lynn, glad to see you here too. Right, okay, so we're starting the next patch quest. So, like, there was at least a few months between what we just saw and this. And speak of the devil, let's catch up with each other, shall we? Right, I'll go first if nobody minds. I've been back in Tuli Hyolal and spoke with Koana. I told him all about the records left behind by Gulool Ja's mother, as well as Sphene's reappearance. We decided that I should remain in the dome until things have settled down more. And while I'm Gulool Ja's guardian, I'm also a foreign ruler, unfortunately. I'll have to take care not to appear as though I'm meddling in Alexandrian politics. That's all from me. As for the rest of us, we've been keeping track of this new Sphene. She's been making regular appearances before the people. And each time she does, she encourages them to become endless. Alas, much else about her remains a mystery, including why she's chosen to reveal herself now. On our end, we've confirmed that only those wearing regulators have had their knowledge of Spheen's death altered. Someone must have tampered with the devices to remove any and all memories of the event. Though we haven't yet identified the perpetrator, given recent events, Spheen is the chief suspect. Many believe that the Queen of Reason is alive and well, and remember her funeral as a memorial for those lost in the attack. Needless to say, this has proven confusing for those with more accurate recollections. We'll carry on with our investigation. I'll head to Earth and Sky now and coordinate with our people there. There's one other matter. The highlight of this gathering, you might say. We'd like you to meet a certain someone. By all means, where's this person now? In the break room. She's unwell, and Y'shtola and Alice have been tending to her. But they'll be able to explain things. I want to see how she's doing, so I'll come too. Break room is at the end of the hallway through that door. We can go whenever you're ready. I feel like that was an unnecessary break in the action, but okay. Like this being the beginning of the patch, starting it off with a longer cutscene would have been fine.
What is she doing here? We just heard she was busy spreading talk of becoming endless among the Alexandrians. What's going on here?
She is not who you think she is. Not the Queen of Reason, who has made a miraculous return, but an individual of flesh and blood, possessed of a soul.
That's weird.
We chanced upon her in living memory, but she collapsed before we could exchange words. We decided to bring her here for now.
Her body was suffused with lightning ether, which caused a debilitating paralysis. Y'shtola reached out and informed me of her condition, and I came with epoxy as fast as I could. We're now waiting to see if the treatment was effective.
Judging by her appearance, the circumstances of our encounter, and her extreme ethereal aspect, I am all but certain that she is the one from whom the Endless Sphene was created. The original Queen Sphene of Alexandria.
What? But how can that be possible? The real Sphene died of illness 4 centuries ago.
I died. Whatever do you mean? I am not dead. I'm not. What is this place? Where is everyone? Otis and Zelenia? And who are you people?
Well, we have good news and bad
Calm down.
news.
We mean you no harm. You've been unwell, and it wouldn't do to strain yourself. Please, help me. I don't understand any of this.
We're still trying to figure it out ourselves.
Of course. But if I might confirm some things first. You are Queen Sphene of Alexandria, are you not?
Yes. Yes, I am.
And ere you awoke here, you were in another unfamiliar place. Is that correct?
I opened my eyes and saw a strange, dark room. Outside, there were towering buildings, clad in electrope.
You slumbered at the heart of that city for many years, within a facility called the Meso Terminal. Many things have come to pass during that time, some of which you may find upsetting. Are you sure you wish to learn of them?
In that dark room, there was an electrope casket, designed to preserve its occupant in cold stasis. Until the terminal and its systems were recently shut down. That was where you were kept, in all likelihood. Since the time of the Old Kingdom. For 4 centuries.
What? Do you speak true? I've been asleep for that long. 400 years.
Our records say that Queen Sphene succumbed to the rampant lightning energies unleashed during the storm surge. But it seems the truth is rather different.
I do not believe that you are lying, so please tell me everything that has happened. Everything. Very well. But let us do so with care, lest we cause you undue strain. Now, while I should like more of us to assist, it isn't practical to gather everyone. So I'll summon Graha, Tia, and Kryl for now.
I know this has all been a lot to take in, but how are you feeling? Physically, I mean.
Much better now, thanks to Y'shtola and Alisei's ministrations. In fact, I can scarcely remember the last time I felt so hale.
Those Porksies will do it.
I know not how to repay them. Not only for coming to my aid, but for telling me about my kingdom besides.
I don't think they're ones to keep score. Isn't that right?
Y'shtola is the motherly sort.
She's known those two for a long time. You can trust in her judgment. Besides, you helped to prove that their treatment works here as well. With this success, they'll be able to help others in Alexandria who suffer from the same illness. Few things could make them happier.
I see. Full glad am I to know that we may cure the affliction after so long. very long. I steeled myself, having been warned, but it's difficult to come to terms with everything.
Sphene? Maybe going out and seeing it would help. Alexandria as it is now.
Great idea. There's no
Yeah,
substitute for
but
seeing
with the
things with your
fake
own
Sphene
eyes.
out there still, is that a good idea?
That said, there is a chance that you'll run into the other Sphene.
Exactly.
Still want to take a look, even so?
It would be a lie to say I do not feel anxious, but I wish to walk among the people, to hear their voices and learn about their realm.
We can go together.
Truly, I would be honored.
Then allow us to show you the sights.
Thank you, Wuklamat.
Sneakers of Eternity. And there's the name drop for the new, or for the next patch, I should say. We're now in patch 2 of 3 for part 1, and part 2's first patch just dropped recently, so we've got a ways to go yet. Still another 3 or 4, maybe even 5 streams before I have to switch to something else. Thank you as well, Lynn, for your kindness. The Endless Fiend. You know her, did you not? It may take time for both of us to come to terms with this situation, myself especially, but I recognize that I must. I may still be here. The world I knew is gone. Before heading out, I should put on more suitable attire. There's a modern outfit among the items that Shale has prepared for me, I believe. If you wait outside, I should only need a moment. Alright, take your time. I suppose that includes me as well. Mostly because it's a model refresh, you know? Oh, I hope she's not going to be dressed as the same way as the other one.
Apologies for keeping you waiting.
Oh, she got the Daisy Dukes.
I've never worn such clothing before.
Oh, I do like that jacket, though.
Oh, that really suits you.
Read.
I'm glad to hear that.
You still got that royal walk, though.
A moment before you head out. Circumstances being what they are, we thought it best to come up with a way to distinguish you from the other Sphenes, and we should probably settle on this now rather than later.
I suppose it could get pretty confusing.
First, we propose calling you simply Sphene. As for the former Queen of Reason, Endless Sphene should suffice.
What about the new one who's been addressing the citizens?
Despite being the spitting image of Endless Sphene, we know she's a different entity. So we were thinking of calling her a simulant. after imitation stones.
I see. Well, they're definitely not the same. And that's as good a way as any to draw a distinction. But what do you think, Sphene? Is that all right with you?
Rest assured, I have no objections. When I am in the city, however, I intend to keep both my face and name secret.
Good idea, yeah.
For the people of today's Alexandria know only the endless Sphene.
We're sorry to subject you to such ignominy.
No, I myself would rather not invite complications, so it is quite all right. Thank you for your concern, Shale.
Valid, though. Queen to the last.
Let us be off then. I am in your capable hands.
That you are. First, we'll head to the entrance of Solution 9.
Good idea. We should start from scanning Port 9. I'll do my best to explain things.
Be a good little tour guide, bud. You know, we could probably glam her face so she looks like somebody else. Looking a little like Gwenpool there. Well, not Gwenpool, Spider-Gwen. That lady wants to talk to with Lamati, so while they're busy, I'll tell you about what we can see from here. Is there any place that suits you or interests you? There are so very many. I can't decide where to begin. And why don't we let Lynn choose? Alright, fair enough. Following event cannot be skipped. May wish to cancel it? Yep, okay. Oh, yeah, let's explain the sights then. Nexus Arcade. Main thoroughfare. There are lots of different shops at the Nexus Arcade, selling everything you need. It's always full of people out doing their shopping. The Endless Sphene gave Lynn and Lamati a tour of the place. I remember watching them from a distance. The castle town I grew up in had a main thoroughfare that was lined with shops. Whenever I visited, the citizens would come and speak with me about matters great and small. Just like the lady is doing now with Clamat. If you attune to Lay Node 9, you can teleport back here at any time you want. You can also use it to teleport to other locations in Solution 9. It makes it easy to get around. That's the mode of travel that utilizes ether currents, yes? Well, we had the same in my time, but when the storm surge broke out, such nodes were sealed off to prevent enemy use. After the war, the etheric balance across the entire world had collapsed. Not only was travel outside the barrier ill-advised, the act of teleportation itself had become dangerous. We had to abandon the nodes altogether. 'Tis heartening to see them active again, for the use of one and all. Beyond that, in the government sector, there's a counter where citizens can get matched for jobs. There's also a soul exchange, but no one goes there much these days since there aren't many souls in circulation. I'm unsure how to feel about the regulators and the treatment of souls as a resource. I understand the grief of those who've lost loved ones, and the desire to escape the sorrow of death. Even so, I would never wish to forget. My parents, Otis, Selenia, I want to remember them all. I'm reluctant to impose my personal beliefs upon others, though. You may have to save everyone, though. The lady talking to Lamati just came back from Tuli Holal. It was her first time since being trapped in the barrier 30 years ago. She has family in Alexandria now, so she had to return. But the train made it safe and easy for her to make the journey, and all thanks to everyone's hard work. There was once a railroad connecting Alexandria and its neighbor, Lindblom. Operations were suspended when relations deteriorated. Eventually, the tracks were removed completely. To see that a railroad now connects us to our new neighbors is gratifying. Especially considering that our history began with war. Alexandria the aggressor, even. In continuing to strive for peace, Tuliola's leaders have shown great magnanimity. I can't help but be moved. Sorry about that. I got a little carried away in the conversation. It's alright. Len and I told her about the places we can see from here. Really? That's great! Right then. Why don't we stroll through the residential sector and then stop at Mosaic? We can take a break there. I do like her shoes. Those are kind of nice. Loafers are good, you know? I understand this cafe was named for the different races, who appear as a mosaic of colors when they gather here. What an inspired idea. We've been walking for a while, so let's rest our feet, eh? Drinks are on me. Steve, Lynn, two of you go ahead and order first.
So many different drinks. I can't decide. Ooh. I'll have this, please. A Dali coffee.
It's gonna be trippy.
Of course. I should warn you, though. Dali beans are an older variety known for their strong bitterness. Still want one?
The bitterness is the best part. Have you decided as well?
Sweet cocoa with extra cream on top. Yes, please.
Ah, I understand completely. The allure of something sweet can often be too strong to resist.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have your drinks ready in a moment.
They're certainly well liked. It's a wonderful feeling, spending time with the people. But they're not my people anymore, are they? Their city, their way of life, even the ground upon which they tread. I am a stranger to it all.
Maybe.
The weight of the long years is finally beginning to sink in.
Your Majesty, is that you?
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint, but I am not Queen Sphene, though I'm often told we look alike.
Sounded like two.
There you are. How many times have I told you not to go off alone? I'm sorry he bothered you, Mom. Come now. We're going home.
Mm-hmm.
Bye! Not Queen Sphene!
Oh, kids.
I do not know that boy, nor does he know me. No one does. Another harsh reminder that I have no place here.
Yet he was happy to see you.
Yet, no matter how much things have changed, I am happy. I am. For Alexandria has endured. Our sacrifice was not in vain. Even so, I cannot help but feel lonely.
And that more than you can imagine. Okay, that's why you gotta make a new family. New friends. And then you'll have a place to belong all your own. Forgive me. I didn't mean to darken the mood. Still, I feel better for having shared my feelings with you. Thank you. I'm sorry I'm not being much of a guide. I don't usually get approached this often. It's quite all right. People have been through so much, it's only natural for them to seek comfort and assurance from someone they trust. Besides, I was able to relax with a delicious cup of coffee and have a lovely chat with Lynn. I appreciate your understanding. Right then, where to next? We could take a look inside the arcade nexus, but it can probably wait for when we actually need something. In that case, let's head back to the recreation zone. There's plenty to see on True View. Well, the pattern on this one kind of looks like a QR code. I think it actually is, but, you know, I'm not scanning it just in case. So strange to be in an in-game zone where there are so few people. And I know that it's because this particular server that I'm on is very low population. But it's still weird. Let's see. He looks pale. We need to find a place for him to rest. Thank you. I was on my way to attend to some business when the memory of being killed here came flooding back. The danger is past, I know, but the terror remains. For all the comfort I've offered others in my work, I can't seem to comfort myself. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Try as I might, I can't shake this fear. My courage has completely deserted me. The citizen is overcome with fear. Yep, someone to rally him. You got this, bud. Thank you. I feel better already. Your encouragement was exactly what I needed. But where are my manners? My name is Malachite, and I'm an usher. An usher? They're the ones who come to those without long to live, right? But given everything that's happened, I expect your duties have changed. That's correct. We no longer attend to the dying. It is only after they've passed away in their family's care that we convey their remains to a government storage facility. A storage facility? What for? Henceforth, we must inter the deceased, but as the specifics are undecided, the bodies must be kept in cold storage for the time being. I didn't know. I heard there were graveyards over by the submerged city, but like funerals, burial customs must be long forgotten. Did you have usher duties? If so, we could help. I'm not actually here in an official capacity, so I'm loath to trouble you further. But since you asked, I shall explain why I've come. I've taken to delivering the personal effects of the departed to their families. Even though their memories may have been entrusted to the cloud, I still remember where they once lived. The rule was to dispose of any belongings. Do anything else was strictly forbidden. But it saddened me to see them discarded like waste, so I began secreting them away when I could. Of course, I understand that not everyone shares my sentiments, and I leave it to the families to decide what to do with these items. Some accept my deliveries, others reject them. Whether I'm doing the right thing, I cannot say, but I feel the families should be given the choice. They didn't have it before then. It's important to think about what people leave to us. I want to help. Do you want to help too, then? Yeah, of course. Deliveries happen to be my specialty, as is the case for every MMO main character. I'm truly grateful. Now, there are 4 items to be delivered here in the recreation zone. I'll leave them in your care. In the meantime, I will head to the residential sector to make deliveries there. After you've finished, please meet me back here. I'd love to know the family's reactions. We're coming up to the end of the stream. I can probably finish this one up. You know, there have been people in Tulihulo who had similar episodes due to the trauma of the siege. Would you mind if I went with Malachite, just to keep an eye on him? Only if you can handle those deliveries without me, of course. It's fine, it's fine. I'm sure he'll be happy for the company. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to leave this one for next time. We can finish it up easy peasy at the beginning of next week's stream. So let's head back over to the Just Chatting screen, and I'll figure out a place to send you all off to. I don't know. It feels like a good place to hold off, since, you know, we have to speak with Sphene to initiate the next part, you know? Oh, well, thank you very much for stopping by, weary travelers. I hope you've enjoyed today's Final Fantasy XIV stream. I'll be back tomorrow, January 2nd. Or wait, no, is it the 3rd? Tomorrow's going to be the 3rd, isn't it? It is. So I'll be back tomorrow on Saturday the 3rd with Shadowrun Dragonfall. We ended that game's last stream having completed a run against a bunch of racist jack-offs and gotten rid of the vast majority of them. And we were on our way back to Berlin to do some in-between faffing about before our next main mission. So join us for that. We're slowly learning things about some of the people behind the Flux state. So it's been very, very interesting. But until then, for more information about future streams, keep an eye on our Blue Sky at Come and Go Tavern for announcements and daily check-ins from the Come and Go. I've been your hostess, Sheila Ornthalis, and if you need to prop your feet up for a little while longer, we've got some more entertainment coming up soon via a raid. So let's take a look at oh, hello, Circuit! You've arrived just in time for me to raid out. Oh no! That's how that always goes, isn't it? Classic. Yep. But let's see, who's online? Who can I send you all off to? Oh, Gwendolf is online. I never get to raid out to her, so let's go ahead and let's see if she's going to be running for a little while longer. Yeah, she's doing puzzles, and she's only about 2.5 hours into her stream, so we'll send you off to Gwen. All right, it's been lovely. So I suppose maybe hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. Ta-ta for now. Bye. Bye 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 bye. Mwah, bye.